Good evening, Agent Ingram. May I be the first of many to welcome you to Hong Kong?
Thanks. It seems to be a calm night.
Oh, don't let it fool you. The last few days have been quite hectic and more trouble is brewing in the city.
So I've been told. Let's hope the trouble won't spread here again.
I hear you. We had to close the blast doors at 4 p.m. Well, I don't want to keep you waiting. Good luck with your mission.
Thanks. Take care.
I spill my drink. I spill my drink.
So, hello and welcome to Deus Ex Nihilum. Apparently this is a door. Gate. Whatever. So, as you may know, this is something that I was intending to start LPing pretty much right after I finished the original Deus Ex. Unfortunately, that got delayed by a couple things. One of which being, I decided I wanted to try LPing 2 games at once again. Which kind of got thwarted by the fact that I beat that other game in 2 settings before I even got a chance to start this. And that in itself was delayed by, well, this.
I see you finally arrived, Agent Ingram. You have to meet with a supervisor for your mission in Hong Kong. Get inside the main building and talk to the receptionist for more info.
So yes, I was interrupted by that, first and foremost. It was also delayed by, well, I had my graphics card in the wrong PCIe slot, apparently, so, yeah. Couldn't really do anything for a few days. Could barely handle the, Quake 2 long play. Anyway, enough blathering on about pointless shit that nobody cares about. Let's talk to people.
Evening, Agent. Hopefully you can help us. Evening, Agent.
So yeah, unfortunately with a project like this that has no budget because it's just a mod, you don't get exactly the highest quality of, well, voices.
Don't disturb me, Agent. Some of us have work to do. Get inside. They're waiting for you. Don't disturb me, Agent.
But I will have to say that's, just based on what I've heard of this game so far, and seen of this game so far, which is pretty much all but the final level in a Let's Play that I was watching before the guy decided he didn't want to do anything but post the occasional Arma 3 video in Russian anymore. I would say, other than the main character's voice, the biggest problem people seem to have is with volume and microphone quality.
Good evening, Agent Ingram.
Good evening, Agent Ingram. Welcome to Hong Kong. I apologise for the makeshift security conditions in the building, but we can't let the situation get any worse, can we?
Not a big deal. My UNATCO partner told me I'm supposed to meet my supervisor for the mission.
Yes, that's correct. The supervisor is Mr. Robert Chen, the director of this investigation unit. I'll open the security controls for you. Once you get past the door, take 2 turns to the left to get to his office. Good luck with your mission, Agent.
Okay, I'm definitely wishing I would have chosen a different skin for Matt Ingram here. Something seems to be wrong with the default one. Like, the textures are all fucked up.
The MPS is still a relatively recent part of Hong Kong law enforcement, and most of our crew are on the police's payroll. Most of them have been dispatched into the city tonight, as some people have already tried inflaming the situation further. People in Hong Kong still distrust the MPS, but I think they should be glad that the mainland intervention hasn't gone any deeper. People tend to forget this in a volatile situation like this. Mr. Chen is waiting for you, Agent Ingram. Mr. Chen is waiting for you, Agent Ingram.
Yeah, back on the subject of voice acting, I would have to say that, based on what I've seen and heard so far, well, throughout the majority of the game, I would say other than Matt Ingram's voice, it is pretty on par with the original game. Well, clearly not with, Jay Frank, who played JC and Paul Denton, the guy who played Bob Page, whose name I can never remember. It's like, what's coming to mind is Stephen Shellen, or Steven Shellen, whatever. Never understood why they have names that have a PH in them and pronounce it Z. But he's David Seraph.
Evening, Agent.
Yeah, just kind of carrying on and wrapping up the voice acting angle that I'm talking about here. Voice acting seems to be one of the things people complain about for this mod, but honestly, other than Richard Weigel as Matt Ingram, it's not really that bad. And hell, even in Richard's case, it honestly seems more like he just doesn't know how to act. Because his voice itself isn't bad, especially not for the purpose. It's just... Okay, that shouldn't be happening. It's just he doesn't seem to know how to act, and he seems to think that... Well, I don't know. Obviously, there wasn't any real direction because it wasn't a studio recording, but it seems like the direction he thought up for himself was to slowly enunciate everything he says. Even though it makes the acting sound really terrible. Anyway, enough about that. Let's explore this base while I still have time. Don't really have much, especially considering my recording drive is just about empty.
Hopefully you can help us. Evening, Agent.
Yeah, kind of hard to clear out your hard drive of recorded footage when your computer will not fucking stay on when you're trying to render. I'm gonna see what happens if I render using CPU only, because CUDA so far seems to be a big pile of shit. And nothing. I should probably just stop checking these computers for emails. Because from what I remember of the LP that I saw, they don't really have any. I should probably look at the map. Yeah, it's kind of a big place. I'm just, well, it doesn't really matter. I'm just exploring right now. Take some liquor. And a recoil, or the scope mod.
Agent Mad Ingram, welcome to Hong Kong. Would you like something? Coffee, perhaps?
No thanks. Auria had a ham sandwich in the chopper.
How delightful. We can get straight to business. Your colleagues from UNATCO will monitor your mission from here. We're sending you to Kowloon, where you will make contact with one of our closest allies, a local businessman named Yakedo.
Let me guess. He knows every corner in the city and has seen what lurks beneath every concrete block?
I was unaware you were a poet, Agent Ingram. Perhaps we can share more delightful prose after you've completed the mission.
In New York, I was informed that you would brief me further on the details concerning the links between the attacks in Shenzhen and the triads in Hong Kong.
Yes, that is correct. However, despite what you may have been told, we are largely out in the mist. What we know for certain is that the terrorists received material from a supplier with international connections in Kowloon.
The triads?
The triads wouldn't risk their prestige with anything like this. The press caught wind that one of our sources in the city used to work for the triads, and now we have to pay for the PR mess. Hard. The political climate is very dire at this moment, Agent Ingram. Relations with the mainland have always been sour, but this is starting to get serious. Hence, we need a professional outsider, such as yourself, to bring all of us closer to a diplomatic solution.
Understood. I assume I'll take a chopper to the city?
The Office for the Ministry of Public Security in Hong Kong does not have extra dollars stuffed in its mouth, Agent Ingram. We've already used up our chopper privileges for today. You'll be taken to Yakedo's compound by van.
Can this mouse spare some equipment for me?
How witty, Agent. Most of the weaponry is in use by our agents in Hong Kong, but there still should be something left for you at the armory in the maintenance section.
Understood, Mr. Chen.
Gotta say, I love that little callback to the UNATCO theme during the conversations.
Yakedo is under the protection of the Red Arrow Triad, and he has extensive contacts throughout the city. In fact, his workshop is actually located right next to a popular Triad hangout, so I advise you to act with caution. I don't know how well versed you are with the city's past, but things have changed, even from the possibly quite recent information you've received. We want many things to remain the same, but it seems things have to be changing all the time for that to happen. The mainland government wants to improve their global image, which is one of the reasons why you're here. Then again, I assume many people in the United Nations want to improve their image as well. A lot of police operations will take place simultaneously tonight all over the city. Kowloon is currently our strongest lead, which is why the top brass wants you to find out the source of the terrorist attacks there. I wish this mess could be resolved quickly. I can't stand staying in this building. There's something about it that is way off. Yakedo is under the protection of the Red Arrow Triad, and he has
I would have to say so far, and with my prior experience with this mod, namely the viewing I've done of it, it definitely carries a Deus Ex feeling.
Nice to meet you. I'm glad that most of the regular cops are in the city today. The conversations can get really heated up these days. It's probably different in the city. The MPS really can't do much more out there. However, the fact that this investigation is tied to international terrorism gives us a lot more authority in the city in accordance to the protocols. Even then, it's not that much. It's probably different in the city. The MPS really can't do much more out there. It's probably different in the city. The MPS really can't do much more out there.
So yeah, like I was saying, it's got the feeling all the way down to having, all these extensive conversations with just random people standing out in the hall. Let's see if there's anything hidden anywhere around here. Also, it doesn't seem like they replace any of the jumping or pain sounds, so... Our good buddy, Ingram here is going to sound exactly like JC.
Hopefully you can help us.
In certain situations. Right, now I know there was that locked door back there, but I want to, explore the area a bit more before getting into that. On this subject, let's check out the technology wing.
Well, hello there, tall, dark, and suave.
Hey Lana, nice to see you again. I guess you've already made yourself at home over here?
Too much soy and coffee. I'd kill for a candy bar right now. But still, I've already got access to a large array of systems they allow me to see. I assume your infolink works fine?
Thus far. I hope they're gonna be able to provide me with some decent hardware, though. UNATCO definitely didn't impress me on that aspect.
Oh, you know the drill. They don't want to risk leaking any extra equipment to the Chinese, especially after what happened to the augmentation shipment.
Shipment?
You didn't know? Oh, well, they really wanted to show what you could do to the naysayers back home, so they rushed some of their latest enhancements and shipped it over here. As you can probably guess, the shipment somehow got intercepted.
Lovely. Who knows? Maybe flipping the light switch in my eyes a couple of times will turn some heads.
Huh, we can hope. So did you pay a visit to the chief yet?
Yeah, they're sending me to the city immediately, in a van.
Oh, classy. I guess they don't really care if you know anything about your surroundings. Oh, and if you have any time, you could check out the library across the hall from the doctor's quarters, just to catch up on the current situation.
I guess. Catch you later, Lana.
Later.
Yeah, she's definitely got one of the better voice actors, if not best voice actors in the mod so far. Shame she just has a very quiet microphone.
Lucky you know that Cantonese. It'd be interesting to hear what those cops and army people keep on arguing about. Wonder if the internet's any better in this city. The MPS seems to be using the slow-ass mainland connection here. I'll check back with you later.
Yeah, lockpicks could be used there as well. And there. Shit. I hope there's plenty, because, or at least something to, give me an alternate entrance, because, shit, I don't even know what's in half of these things.
The wiring in this place is busted. Doesn't look good, I tell you. Gonna need more bots.
Yeah, I would definitely advise against getting a teenage kid to play an adult role.
Good evening, Agent Ingram.
Just doesn't bode well, even if you're just going for whoever you can get. Now, if I remember right, there's actually some way to get all the weapons around here.
The last few days have been rough. At least they could give me a chair. Good evening, Agent Ingram.
You must be the guy from UNATCO. I see they didn't ship you with anything, really. And most of the junk here is already in use tonight.
So what do you have for me?
That depends on what you want. However, you can choose from low-tech, pistols, and rifles. Choose your category and I'll open the door for you. Don't get too attached to it. You'll have to return it after the mission's over.
Really?
No.
Ah, you are a funny guy. You are such a funny guy. Also, good to good to know that they didn't fix the pistol skill glitch left over from the original. I was kind of worried when I was assigning my skill trainings that that would have been the case, but So yeah, this is my current skill build out, or loadout, build up, whatever. I immediately regret my decision. That must be the low-tech.
I hope you're satisfied with your decision. Now the top brass is happy since their regulations have been followed to the letter. And I'm happy because it'll be several hours before anyone needs me again. I guess they expect you to handle everything with your augmented brain. Why fire projectiles when you can recite Coulomb's law? I hope you're satisfied with your decision. Now the top brass is happy since their regulations have been followed to the letter. And I'm happy because it'll be several hours before anyone needs me again.
Yeah, I vaguely remember there being a capability of getting more than one loadout set. Okay, let me just fix my setup here. That'll be good for now. Or if nothing else, there should be some way to get a crowbar or something. I remember seeing that, you know, the ability to grab a crowbar to break boxes and shit in addition to what I currently have. Okay, I already explored down there. That's the admin wing. Somebody broke the elevator. Let's see, this is the medical? Yes. Let's see what's in the medical wing and in the library. I get the feeling that this entire session is going to be nothing but exploring the first base. Oh well. I mean, it's a Deus Ex game, it's not going to be action all the time. Okay, what's in there? Looks like an ambrosia vial, fire extinguisher, and a medibot. Probably not worth lockpicking it. Plus, I've got that. Ha!
You're Matt Ingram. Pleasure to meet you. If you're not feeling well, help yourself to the bots. It's gonna be a busy night for me. Apparently there was a shootout in one chai. Good evening. Good evening.
This account has been locked, pending investigation.
So the MPS is under investigation. Interesting. Feel like a moron because folks sling around words like universal constructor, gray goo, mechanocarbons, and bucky tubes? Well, no longer. Nanotechnology for stupid people will guide you through the small, small world of tiny machines. Why is this important? Why should you care? Imagine a million microscopic robots no bigger than a red blood cell constantly scouring your arteries for plaque and cholesterol. Imagine a supercomputer the size of your thumbnail that can record everything you see and hear. Imagine buildings that assemble themselves overnight. Well, imagine no longer. The future is here, or will be soon, and it's made of little atoms. That's right, atoms. The building blocks of all matter in the universe. Nanotechnology simply pushes the little building blocks around to make new, interesting, exciting things. Even now, the scientists worldwide are making huge strides in perfecting the universal constructor that will make a nanotechnological future possible. But already the benefits are being reaped from their research. You'll learn the history, the inside scoop, the buzzwords, and what the future holds. All inside nanotechnology for stupid people. Stupid people, when you don't have two neurons to rub together. Check out our other books, including the best-selling Pandemics for Stupid People and Cooking Dog for Stupid People. Hey. Ah, a data cube. So I get the feeling that the ambrosia vial might be useful in some way. So I'll have to see about holding on to it. Now I gotta see if there's some way to break this thing. I mean, sure, there's that, but I'd really rather not have to shoot every box that I need to open.
At least they could give me a chair.
Want a chair? I'm sure there's a spare one around here. There you go.
At least they could give me a chair.
I just gave you one. This is going to be a lot of reading. CIA Factbook 2048, Hong Kong. Economic overview. In the decades since Hong Kong has returned to Chinese control, it has seen its economy thrive under the gradually increasing authority of the Chinese central government. Led by a thriving technological market in human augmentation technology, the real GDP has peaked every year since 2041, with all the forecasting models predicting that this trend will continue well into the next decade, if not beyond. However, the statistics do not present an entirely accurate depiction of the state of the Hong Kong economy, as they fail to depict the flourishing gray and black market that operates with at least the tacit approval of local authorities. While political oppression continues to present a major and ongoing problem to those living under Chinese rule, entrepreneurism is alive and well in the form of unorganized crime. Organized crime, as has always been the case. Anything and everything can be found for a price in Hong Kong. Many of these criminal organizations can trace their lineage directly to the triads that have existed for thousands of years throughout China and Southeast Asia. In accordance to the Sino-British Joint Declaration that was signed in December 1984, the way of life in Hong Kong was to remain unchanged for a period of 50 years. Many aspects, mainly related to the judicial and executive proceedings, have drastically changed in this time. The new agreement between the mainland and the Special Administrative Region was signed in February 2046, prolonged this period for 10 years, with the introduction of opening the regional branch of the Ministry of Public Security in the city being the most prominent and controversial addition. A fabricated conflict. International Associated Press, Hong Kong edition. The aftermath of the terrorist attack in Shenzhen is taking a violent turn. The Chinese authorities have announced that the initial investigation results highly indicate that the attacks were planned in Hong Kong. Suggestions of triad involvement in the attacks have inflamed the situation even further. In Hong Kong, these allegations are seen as a flimsy excuse from the mainland authorities to interfere with the city's autonomy, which many have interpreted to have only barely reinforced in the agreement of 2046. The MPS's presence has not succeeded in decreasing tension in the area, and TV reports speculating on possible triad involvement led into reactionary attacks against the MPS headquarters in the city. Hello. PRC authorities have explained this in their investigative reports, claiming the attacks were carried out by terrorists with possible international aspects of the attack, instead of more immediate local connections. The appearance of Robert Chen, the director of the Counter-Terrorism Department of the Ministry of Public Security in Hong Kong, at a vigil for the Shenzhen victims led into mixed reception. Some suggested it was a political show and said that his presence might have actually been detrimental to the situation, possibly adding more fire into the heated discussion. Chen has also been criticized for his involvement in asking help from mainland China through the liaison office of the Central People's Government, despite the abundance of manpower and resources already in Hong Kong. Many saw this as an increased influence and reliance on the Chinese government, a change from the previous administration. In response to these accusations, Chen has reminded people that the Chinese authorities came to the realization that the international facets of this investigation cannot be understated. Despite leaving the organization in the 2030s, the UN's recently formed anti-terrorist organization, UNATCO, has agreed to give assistance to the Chinese in a surprising move that has baffled both diplomats and civilians alike. However, the press is not currently aware of the exact nature of the help UNATCO will offer to the Chinese. That's a duplicate. That's a duplicate. That's a duplicate. That's also a duplicate. As is that. These are all the same. Okay. Was actually kind of hoping that there would be more to read, so I could, potentially do a better job with the next ones. Ah. There we go. I am going to read all these because I'm not familiar with any of the story bits in this. Well, the text story. I'm familiar with the overall because I saw it, but you know what I mean. The Ministry of Public Security in Hong Kong Annual Report, the Triads. The surveillance of the Triads is a high priority given the recent terrorist attack in the neighboring city of Shenzhen. Despite being a model of prosperity and technological leadership for decades, Hong Kong persists as a haven for organized crime. The Triads, namely the Luminous Path and Red Arrow, vie for control of 10 trillion credit shopping business, much of which supplies Greater Asia with pirated technology, illegal drugs, and weapons. Most disturbing of all, the Triads preach an ethic of techno-piracy that has found enthusiastic support among small shopkeepers and businessmen who often aid the gangsters and buy their bootlegged software. Gullible and greedy, this army of middlemen remain insensitive to how their violations of intellectual property and copyright laws damage the global information economy. Yes, I'm sure it's hurting the people who are getting millions of dollars every year for having done something once. What a shame. What a shame. UNATCO and the world. For far too long, terrorists have exploited international tensions and regional legislative variations to elude authorities. A significant step was made towards eliminating those legal loopholes when US President Philip Riley Meade lobbied the Congress to make the US a UNATCO member nation in his speech to joint session of Congress in February 2049. Enough is enough, he declared, and the citizens of the United States responded with enthusiastic endorsement of his position. Not only did the United States become a charter member of the UNATCO, but UNATCO headquarters are now located on Liberty Island under the graceful surveillance of the Monument to Freedom. Svoboda! UNATCO deals not only with terrorist threats, but also any transgressions of the international legal code, including drug trafficking, software piracy, which is obviously very dangerous, and money laundering. With the full support of the United States, UNATCO is for the first time able to truly declare itself the world's policeman. Fantastic. Just what we needed. In recent years, the swelling tide of international terrorism, coupled with an enmity between states, wildly varying laws, and an anachronistic devotion to arbitrary borders has resulted in the decreasing effectiveness of local law enforcement. To resolve the problem, a neutral agency was required to enforce international law in an impartial manner around the world. UNATCO was formed with just such a mission in mind. An organization that could transcend national boundaries and provide security for all nations that subscribe to its charter. Founded with the principles of the United Nations as its cornerstone, UNATCO is fair, just, and protects the individual liberties of all the citizens of the world. The criminal thrives on anonymity, but soon there will be no place for them to hide. Victory over terrorism is the prize for our vigilance. We will force everybody to sign up for websites using their real names and Facebook passwords. And we will also compel them to forcibly have a webcam planted on all of their computers, cell phones, and allow them to track everything that the person ever says or does. This is necessary to make sure everybody is perfectly safe. Enjoy your invasion of privacy. Twat. So I have no idea what exactly you would call that accent I put on for that story there, but would it be reaching too much to say that it came out kind of okay? Oh, this is the button. You have to press the button to open the panel to press the button.
Evening, Agent.
How do you like that? Right, so this piece of shit chair is about to drop me over to the left once again.
Good luck with your mission, Agent Ingram.
I still feel like there's something that I missed. Yeah, the maintenance section. Need to go back. It'll take a while to get there, but yeah, I need to get back there. Because there could be something interesting and useful there. Unless there was nothing here but that armory I've already been to. Aha! Yeah, I figured I missed something. Maybe this is where I can find myself a crowbar or something.
Alright, you ready? Just inform me when you're ready, Agent.
Or that could be the exit. That works too. Right, so back up the stairs. I still need to explore something. Now this is here for a reason. I'm pretty sure this is here for a reason. Aha! Oh, didn't quite catch it. No! Not supposed to. Fine. Okay, so there's a prod charger up here. It's probably not the only thing in here. Ah, god damn it. This is simple jump and I'm messing that up. Now, just in case... the light's gonna get in my way. But just in case, I'm gonna keep looking around. There might be something more hidden around here. Like back here? No. We're over here. Gotta be some way to get in here. Okay, no, these are just the different weapon loadouts. Okay. Maybe there's some other way that you get a crowbar in here. Because I remember the LP I was watching being able to find a crowbar to break crates with. I'm going the wrong way. I've also got 3 lockpicks that I would like to get some use in. Get some use with. Just hop outside, because I know there are boxes out here. That's another lockpick. Hate to waste my very limited amount of ammo here, but I've got nothing else to break the boxes with. Well, then again, I could... Yeah, I could save myself 5 bullets and just climb up here again. Get myself another lockpick. Alright, it's pretty useful. Fabricated conflict again.
Nice to meet you, Agent.
Ooh. Ah, it's locked. Okay, maybe I've just looked around in the wrong places, but I could swear that there was a crowbar around here that'd be useful for breaking boxes with. There are also bots around here. Conveniently hidden out of sight. Alright, well, looks like I'm not gonna have any luck. Not gonna find the crowbar. I'll just have to find one somewhere else. But now, let's just get down to that van, get into the next area, and probably have time to talk to one or two people before I have to stop the recording. Disregard that. I've got 5 lockpicks, and I want to pick locks.
The wiring in this place is busted.
Let's try that. Our Chen Shanghai Nuit. Oh, come on. Maybe I have to use it on his computer or something like that. Yeah, I guess this guy's afraid of lockpicks. Maybe one killed his mother when he was a child. Now I'm down to 1 lockpick. No explosives. Cool, so coffee can apparently restore nano energy.
Hang tight, he's probably still around.
Really?
That was a close one.
I have my...
Wow. So picking locks makes people hostile in some ridiculous manner. Okay. Wait, why did I pick that again? That's not that useful. I'm going to be a douchebag and cheat, ha ha ha. Or Chen, Shanghai, wait.
The wiring in this place is busted.
Are you gonna run away scared because I'm picking a lock again? Riot prod. Okay, that's much more useful. Maybe I'll hide behind a chair. Nope, he's scared. Fuck's sake. You need to stop being retarded. Just in case he decides to shoot me. He's still hostile. They're not. But we've got 1 lockpick. Would be nice if I could find another. Then I could probably open that locked place, wherever the hell that was. Well, anyway, let's get down to the exit and get out of here for now. If I remember right, you do come back to this area later, so anything else I can pick up then.
Alright, you ready? Let's go then.
You should meet up with our informant, Yakiro, first. He lives in the building with a blue roundel on his wall.
No idea what the hell a roundel is, but I'm pretty sure that's the building.
Good luck with the mission, Agent. Good luck with the mission, Agent.
Alright, let's explore around here a little bit. There's got to be some sort of good stuff around here. For example, there's this dude's house. There's this, which is for some reason locked. But let's explore elsewhere first. As always, explore everything before doing what you actually need to do. That's the way to play Deus Ex. And both of those are locked, unfortunately.
Calm night, huh?
Remain in here only as long as your business requires.
Sounds like a plan. Got any other leads for me?
Be careful that you are not followed.
Smart advice.
An American, I suggest you leave. An American, I suggest you leave.
I suggest you don't try to tell me what to do.
Pleased to meet you.
Hello, Nautical Man. The deal is this. You give me money, and I'll give you shiny new toys. Or, at any rate, toys. Potentially lethal toys.
Do you always talk to your customers like that?
Hey, you Nautical Man, don't you judge me. I can do the same, you know.
Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
Yes, I finally got to use that one.
I didn't mean to offend you. I guess you have to relieve your boredom even in a city like this.
I try. Oh, how I try. The bomb.
I'll be back.
He's looking at you, kid.
Yep, I'm broke. Well, I still have a lamp, so I can, well, obviously, use it as a door-breaching charge. That's the only thing you ever need to use a lamp for. Now, a lot of these buildings, you don't, from what I remember, you don't really need to worry about getting into until you have to for a part of the mission. So no real need to worry about a lot of these places. Also, I really like the music in this mod, but I'm
my drink.
gonna have to turn it down a lot. Since between how loud it is and how quiet the voices are, it's kind of necessary.
Sorry for the disturbance. I'm Agent Mad Ingram from UNATCO, and I've been hired by the MPS to investigate the Shenzhen incident.
You're the American? No, there's no way they could have sent you here. You must be on Yoon's payroll.
Relax, Officer Feng. No need to be nervous.
Don't try to stop me.
Shit!
Well, it's a good thing I learned that tactic right at the fucking end of the original game. Otherwise, I'd be dead. Meanwhile, give me some Zyme. Definitely regretting the rifle choice already. This gun is terrible. Be brought to justice, Officer Feng. You know the people who you rely on cleaning up all the remains of your crimes? I'm fairly certain they can be bought as well. I don't want to bring triads into this situation, but you have forced this upon yourself. Zyme Micard in Hong Kong will... Fuck! Where's my last save? All the way back here.
Sorry for...
I didn't really want to cheese the fight itself. I just wanted to not lose all my bioenergy and set off an alarm. Zymark in Hong Kong will belong to us. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Alright, that's about it for this part of the building. Let's just have a quick look around some of the other places. I'd have to say a downside of this map set, or this, map set. This mod is that it seems to have a lot of buildings where there are light sources that do not actually exist. And look at this, there are no lights here except for this fire. And yet somehow there's flickering lights and green glows on the wall. Did not pay enough attention to detail. Let's see if there's any way to do this safely without dying. Kind of. Not very well, but it worked. Alright, let's just have a look down here.
Huh?
Oh, there's a design vial on top. Well, obviously, I can't pick up the box. Are you afraid? Good, I hope so. Ooh. God, I really need a melee weapon right now. Okay, we're lost in Kowloon. Haven't really accomplished anything, but I have to call it quits here. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time in Deus Ex Nihilum, where I can pretty much guarantee that something will actually happen.